It's January 8, 1938. A 21-year-old man named Thomas Markley Jr. is celebrating his birthday. Friends, beer, laughter. Then, he pulls out a revolver. He's smiling, confident. He says, "The bullet always falls to the bottom. Gravity, I'm safe." His friends go silent. He spins the cylinder, presses the gun to his head, pulls the trigger. That was the last thing Thomas Markley Jr. ever did. And here's what makes this story truly disturbing. He had no idea what he was playing. The game had only been given a name 1 year before. This is the true and deeply unsettling history of Russian roulette. Let's go back to 1840. Russia. One of the country's most celebrated poets, Mikhail Lermontov, writes a short story. He calls it The Fatalist. In the story, a soldier named Vulik believes one thing deeply, that fate controls everything, that every man's death is already written. And, to prove it, he picks up a loaded pistol, points it at his own head, pulls the trigger, click, nothing. Vulik smiles. He's proven his point. But that same night, walking home, a drunk stranger kills him with a blade. Lermontov's message was clear. You cannot escape fate. But here's the question that historians still argue about. Was this just a story? Or was Lermontov writing about something he had actually seen? Because no one knows for sure. And that uncertainty is exactly what makes this history so haunting. Fast forward to 1917. Russia is collapsing. World War I is tearing the country apart. And then, revolution. Thousands of Russian military officers lose everything. Their country, their rank, their purpose. And according to several historical accounts, some of these officers begin playing a game. One bullet, one revolver, one spin. Some did it for the thrill. Some did it because they had lost everything worth living for. The game had no official name yet. No rules, no structure, just a man, a gun, and a question. Is today the day? This is where history gets blurry, because no formal records exist. No documented cases from this period have been fully verified, which means we have to ask, did this actually happen? Or did someone invent the idea later? The answer brings us to 1937. An American magazine called Collier's Weekly publishes a short story. The author, Georges Surdez. The title, Russian Roulette. This is the first time those two words appear together, in print, anywhere in the world. In the story, a Russian soldier becomes slowly addicted to the game. He survives again and again, until he doesn't. Surdez claimed he based the story on real accounts from Russian officers, but here's the problem. He never provided a source. No names, no dates, no documentation. When people asked him directly, he never gave a straight answer. So here's the terrifying possibility. What if Russian roulette was never a real practice? What if one fictional story gave the world the idea? What if the story didn't document history, but created it? We genuinely don't know, and we may never know. What we do know is what happened after. Thomas Markley Jr., 1938, 1 year after the story was published, dead at 21. R&B singer Johnny Ace, one of the most promising musical talents of his generation, goes backstage during a concert in Houston. He picks up a gun, says, "It's okay. I do this all the time." He didn't do it all the time. He died that night. He was 25 years old. Hollywood actor Jon-Erik Hexum is on a TV set. Filming is delayed. He's bored. He picks up a prop gun, loaded with blank cartridges, not real bullets. He thinks he's safe. He presses it to his temple, fires. Blank cartridges contain no bullet, but the explosive force alone, at that range, fractured his skull. He never woke up. 6 days later, he was gone. He was 26. And then, Perhaps the most haunting case of all. Finland. A magician named Aimo Leikas has a stage act unlike anything audiences have seen. On stage, a box of bullets, some real, some dummy. He claims to have psychic abilities. He says he can always tell the difference. Night after night, city after city, he picks the dummy bullet, loads it, fires. The crowd goes wild. He walks away smiling. For over a year, he is never wrong. Then one evening, in front of hundreds of people, on a live stage, he picks the wrong bullet. His psychic ability couldn't save him, because it was never real. Researchers who study extreme risk-taking behavior have found something deeply unsettling. Most people who play dangerous games like this are not suicidal. They're not trying to die. They're addicted to the feeling of almost dying. Normal thrills stop working. Skydiving, fast cars, extreme sports, not enough. They need something closer to the edge, and that 1 second after the trigger is pulled and nothing happens, that 1 second of pure, overwhelming relief becomes the most powerful feeling they've ever experienced. They don't want death. They want proof that they're still alive. Thomas thought physics would protect him. Johnny thought experience would protect him. Aimo thought his mind would protect him. None of them were right. The history of Russian roulette teaches us one thing. Some mistakes don't give you a second chance to learn from them. Whether this game began in the chaos of a Russian revolution or in the imagination of one writer in 1937, the result has always been the same. If you found this story unsettling, good, it should be. If you want more dark history that most people never talk about, subscribe, because there's a lot more where this came from.